Thank you for viewing this recording of a free event provided by Next Village San Francisco for our community. Next Village San Francisco is a local nonprofit providing services and support that empower seniors to live independently in their own homes. We welcome people who want to keep connected with their community as members, volunteers, and supporters. We host 30 to 40 free activities and events each month for the public, and our members have access to our network of volunteers. Learn more and get involved at nextvillagesf.org. We hope you enjoy this video.
This is macOS here. I have I have a little bit of knowledge around doing this on Windows. So if anyone has questions about that, we can maybe cover that off at some point. But as it applies to macOS, let's just hop into it. So this is a computer. I'm running the latest version of macOS, but a lot of the accessibility settings will be the same. Mac or Apple in general does a really good job at making a lot of their features accessible and developing really solid accessibility features for all different types of accessibility needs. So first, we were going to just hop into the system settings. So top left on the Apple, they have the option for system settings here. The other way you can do that is by clicking the little face, the finder, and you can go into applications and you'll see system settings there as well. It's a couple of different ways you can get there. So we'll open that up. Let me expand this a bit. Cool. And then on the left side, you're going to see the option. It's a dedicated sort of part of the settings here, accessibility. And they break them down by accessibility needs. So vision, hearing, motor, motion, speech, things like that. We'll cover off the vision part first. I think one of the best, most used features is the zoom. So if we go into the zoom setting, you can set your options to increase your zoom on inside of Windows, as well as how your trackpad responds. So I'm actually using a mouse on that, and I can cover off some specific mouse features that a lot of people use that are not inside of accessibility, but we'll talk about that in a second. Inside of the advanced is a whole bunch of settings that can be tuned depending on what you need. You can do different focusing on certain parts of the screen, zooming in on certain windows, the speed at which things zoom in and out, and how your keyboard can be used to control some of these settings as well. Was gonna, where was the thing I wanted to show? Oh, it's over here. The voiceover or the hover to text. So over here, this is just a magnifying glass for your sort of pointer here. So if we turn that on, and you'll see if I open up, let's just open up notes, so you can see here, this is expanding a text window when you go to type. So for example, if I wanted to just search something, this is just a generic search. This is my spotlight here, and you can see the window, but then it provides a bigger sort of bar here, and then we'll expand the text out. So let's say I wanted to open up the Notes app. We'll go like that. I'm actually going to do that, and then that'll open it. I'll actually use this. We'll go here. Yeah, oops. Oh, hold on, let me move this window around. Hold on a second. It's not letting me create a new note. Oh, there we go. Cool. So let's say we had, this is could apply to any sort of text that you have. This is just a good example of using a notes. but this would also expand to like an iMessage or emails as well. So we have a note here, and what we're going to type is, you'll see it's going to then expand out that text box here. So this is just a note, and you can see that. And then you can add more lines, or you can input the text there. But it's basically just a magnifying glass for the text itself, or any text that you're entering. Let me go. I'm gonna move this.
Hey, Harrison.
Hmm?
I don't know if it's just me because I had my eyes dilated today, but is there any way to expand where you are right now so it covers a bigger portion of your page? Yeah, so like expand it where you are,
Let
meaning
me
like to
do-
take the, you know, so it covers your whole desktop.
Yeah, let me see if I can go into some
guess
of the
it doesn't.
windows.
Yeah, it doesn't look like it did it. It's okay.
I can try one other thing. Actually, let me do this.
Also, and that's how it looks on a Mac and a phone. I mean, you can find accessibility, but how do you find that? I mean, a phone and an iPad. How do you find that on a Mac?
Yeah, here, let me share my screen again. Let me see if I can zoom in here. A second. I can do this, might work here. Is no, it's not. Yeah, there's just certain parts of the. Let's see, is that any better?
No, it's
Yeah, that's better.
Yeah.
It's bigger.
very faint. They're good.
Okay, cool. The question was about how to access these settings. So same sort of way that you would on an iPad. You're just going to head into the system settings, and then you'll bring up this sort of page here, and then there's a pane on the left for accessibility.
On a Mac, there's something like this.
Yep.
I
Yep,
don't.
I'm currently on a Mac.
But where is it? I don't understand where it is. I'm
Sure.
in system settings. Then what?
Does your system settings look similar to this?
No, it doesn't look like that at all.
Are you able to share your screen?
No, because I'm on my iPad. I don't have Zoom on my Mac. Is that, maybe it only looks that way for new Macs? Mine's pretty old.
Does it look like this? Hello?
Do you have Safari?
Yeah, I have Safari.
I think I find it under Safari.
Safari.
So
Okay.
it-
No, I wasn't I wasn't on Safari. If I open Safari,
is it a different
the search
color, or
engine-
do you have different options on
I
the
have
left?
completely
side?
different options. When I open it, you can have
You click on
general,
the,
desktop, dock, mission control, Siri, spotlight, language, notifications, internet accounts, passwords,
Does it look
users.
like
Oh,
like
here,
that?
use yeah, that's how it looks. Okay,
Yeah.
so there's accessibility. Now I see it, that
Yep.
person. Okay.
oh,
Yeah, so this is an older version of the operating system, but the features are the same. It's just kind of how you do it. Yeah, but you found it there.
Yeah, I found it.
Cool. Hold on, let me
Thanks.
sure. Let me move out of. Okay, cool. This should be better. There we go. So we covered off kind of the zoom and the hover to text. I noticed, I think, was it someone mentioned the Safari settings? Who was that?
I did, Lucille. I find
Lucille.
it under Safari.
I think what you're referring to is Safari specific settings, not for your like inside of here.
I don't know, what you had before on the screen is what I find. I So I don't know. I just want to, yeah, what's on the left-hand side here? That's what I find on my screen.
Just accessibility.
Yeah, I don't, the second one on the right, I don't think that I get that on Safari. Because hearing devices and so forth, I haven't seen that before.
So Lucille,
Um,
is it when you
Or
like
there's,
in the upper left hand of your screen in the corner, there's an apple. Does it say Safari next to that? And then when you click on the apple, the options come up?
that's how I find it.
Okay, yeah, that means that, so right next to the apple in the upper left-hand corner, right to the right of that, if you're using any app, so it might be, like for me right now, it says Zoom Workspace. If I click on Safari, it'll say Safari. But the apple, if you click on the apple, it'll always have the same drop-down options that come from there.
Okay,
So it's this, if you're looking at a screen that looks similar to the screen that's being shown right now, then you're on the computer settings.
yeah, good
Yeah, so
point.
does everybody have the settings open right now to look at, or does anybody else want help navigating that? Okay, I
Cool.
think we're all on the same page, which is great.
Cool. So we covered off some of the zoom settings, some of the display. If we go into here, this is some other more granular control over text size, different displays. So if you you can also edit any of the contrast colors if that's helpful as well, for different variations of color blindness. So you have the option to turn off or change certain colors. That's up there as well. And then different contrast settings to make things darker or lighter can all be modified in here. You can see when I do this, everything becomes a bit darker. And then if I make it normal, it kind of changes the contrast of the text and the imaging, which some people find helpful. Text size is another thing that you can change. So you'll see all of you can modify them for different applications. So if you want your, for example, your messages or a certain app to be in a different size, you can do that as well. Or you can just generally change the size of the font as well. So you can kind of see if I was to change it, here's the default, but if I was to make it larger, you can now see, for example, let me change that. All of everything in the displays settings is going to be larger. So you can see if I open up this, everything is now much larger. We have the icons and all of the text will be larger. And then you can see here on the right, I gotta just expand that out a little bit. You can see everything is just much larger. So we'll go back into here and we'll change that back down, and you can kind of see here's an example on the right as we move that slider, and you can adjust this based off of your accessibility needs. You can see the size will change there as well. You can also do this on your mobile phone as well. You can change the text size and things like that. So much of the same settings that you see here apply to also your iPhone and iPad as well. I'm going to change this back to my default. Do that. Move this. So that's your text size. You can also update the size of your pointer. You can see here, this is just your arrow, but you can also expand that out, and you can see the pointer is much larger, and you can change that as well. You can also change the color of this as well. I've worked with a few folks from Next that we've done some changes to the pointer color. So let's say that the default is black with a white border, but it's easier to see if, for example, you make it a color like red. So we can go here and we'll go into, for example, there. You can see now it's a pink color, so you can change all of that as well. If there's a certain color or outline that's easier for you to see. And change this back to black. And I'm gonna make this full again. And then here is your option to do color filters as well. So this is helpful for certain vision conditions where you can change how different colors show up in the operating system and around as you navigate. So this is things kind of all around different displays and colors and things like that. So any questions about that?
Everyone feeling good about mouse adjustment features? Does anyone want to go over anything again or follow-up questions?
So the text size will change the size of the printing, what is being printed, is that correct?
Yeah, so if we go into here,
Right,
yeah, just the general sort of print size.
right,
It's
good.
kind of hard to see.
I can't find text size on my on my system settings.
I couldn't,
I have the old fashioned, I'm working on Safari. I have the old fashioned Apple ID, Wi-Fi, Bluetooth network notification sound all on the left. And then I have appearance. I'm at appearance now, but it just is color.
If you click into you have sort of this setup, right?
No, wait a
Uh,
minute. No, I have it over on the left-hand side. Similar to the way it looks for you,
Mhm.
but I'm the far left. Yeah. Yeah. Accessibility,
Mhm.
but it doesn't give me text size. Text.
Go
display.
into display.
Okay. So I hit accessibility and then go into display.
Yeah, go into the display settings. Yep.
Okay. Let me try that.
Mhm.
Accessibility. Okay. Okay. Display. All right. Okay. Invert colors, reduce motion, blah, blah. Oh, display contrast. Oh, here's text size. Okay. So it's custom, it says. What does that mean? Custom. I guess that's the default. Okay. So if I want to make it 15, then I put done. And is that going to cross over to all of the different things or just one thing?
Yeah, this is across the system. So if you change it, right, it'll be on default. And then if you slide it to the right, you can see the different size. If you want to make it like 17, for example.
Okay. I made it 15, but that's fine.
Yep. And then you hit done and you'll see like now this sort of control here should be a bit larger.
Yes. Thank you.
Perfect.
Okay.
Yep.
Got it.
Yep. No worries. I'm going to change mine back.
So I got there from accessibility and the display, right?
Yes. Yeah. That's actually kind of confusing how they do that. There should just be a dedicated thing for
Okay.
X size, but yeah, it's a sub menu under display.
Thank you.
Sure. And then you could also change the menu bar size as well to large. It's kind of hard for me to show it on the screen, but it'll be the top bar, your toolbar up there. Everything will just become larger as well. So
Okay.
change it from default to just large there. There's not a way to change the sizes incrementally, but there's a way to just kind of make all of those top toolbars larger there as well. The other thing that some people find handy is this shake mouse thing. So let's say that we make our mouse here. If you are to just quickly move the mouse, let's say you need to find kind of where on the screen that it is. If you just quickly take your mouse or your trackpad and you just kind of make it, you just kind of shake it, it will expand the size so you can maybe locate it quicker of where it's in the screen.
And then it goes back to normal.
Yeah, when you stop shaking, it'll go back to normal. Yeah, so sometimes I use this to like, I have a couple different displays and I'm not sure, where's my mouse? Kind of shake it and it'll expand. And then as soon as you stop, it'll bring it back to the normal size. So That's this feature, shake mouse to locate. Cool. This is kind of a hard thing to demo on a Zoom call because there's the way the audio outputs, but you do have the ability to do voice or text to voice. So this is your spoken content here as well. So if we turn any of these on, as you click around and or as you text, it will output the voice over as well. And you can even change the specific, you could change the different voice. Yeah, go ahead, Deborah.
So that was great about the shaker for the little arrow, but what about like when you're typing sometimes? And there's like it's more like a line. Do you know what I'm talking about? That like line when you're typing and then it's kind of almost like an arrow, but it's a line. Is there a way to kind of shake it and find it? Where it
Oh,
is? You know what I'm
not,
talking about?
yeah, like the cursor.
Yes, yes.
I don't think so, but I can do some research and see. It might depend on the app that you're using. So like if you're using like Google Doc versus a Word
Okay.
doc. But yeah, it's a good question. I'll make a note and I can check out something like that for you.
Perfect. Thank you.
Yeah, sure. So this is your sort of spoken text to speech component here. So if you wanted to, as you're typing, if you wanted to announce specific letters or things like that, you can turn that on here. And let me see if it'll demo easier. Let me just move. I don't. Can you hear? Did you hear that?
No.
Yeah, it's kind of a hard thing with the Zoom, but basically, as you are typing, it will announce what you're typing.
Oh.
So down to the individual letter. So it will say like if I do, yep, it just said capital H or capital T, capital H. So it's kind of a hard thing to demo, but it's basically just as you're typing, it'll announce what you've typed.
Maybe just because it's harder to demo, go over how to, might be nice to like see how to get to that point again, because I think that's a really helpful feature. And yeah, Zoom is
Yeah.
maybe not ideal.
Totally. So it's back under accessibility, under the vision part, there's this spoken content here, and then your different options. So I just have this enabled for when I'm typing, but you could also do it for a specific selection, like if you wanted to hover over like a checkbox or something like that, you could turn it on there as well. And then system announcements as well. So let's say you get like a notification from, a notification on your for like a new email or something, then it will announce that as well. So where you traditionally would have like maybe a noise, a ding or a pop or whatever, you have this sort of spoken announcements as well that you can change. So I wish it was easier to demo on Zoom, but it does work. And we can, I can do like a one-on-one if anyone has any sort of questions about that, just since it's kind of hard to show in this style. But any questions about that portion?
Nope.
Yeah, and for anyone who's a Next Village member after the presentation today, if you do want to do a one-on-one visit, you can contact me and we'll set something up. But just in case you want to go over this one-on-one where sometimes that is easier, we can make that happen. And if you're not yet a member, you can always join and get some volunteer help.
Shameless plug. Cool. And then as well, you could do audio descriptions. So sometimes there's, we'll just flip this on. I don't know if it's going to work. See if it's going to work on my other screen here. No, doesn't work. This is this user guide here will kind of show you, but basically you can listen to a description of visual content that's on a screen as well. So that's under the audio descriptions. So sometimes, like if you're scrolling, it could describe things like pictures on a screen as well. So not every app supports that, but things like Safari and such do. That's just the audio descriptions there as well. Go ahead and just turn that off. That kind of covers off all of the text visualization portions. Next, we'll move on to the hearing. So you can plug in different hearing devices. So primarily hearing aids or different hearing assisting devices. I don't have any here, but all of the major sort of providers of those devices meet the requirements to tie in with your both your phone and your Mac as well. So this is where you could do a pairing. Again, kind of hard to demo since I don't have one available, but I've done it for a few Next Village members where we've paired things like hearing aids to their devices. And that would be here in this setting. So if you have a specific hearing aid or device that you want to set up and you need some help with that, I'd be happy to do that as well. But just to know that is a possibility that you can do. So any sort of system sounds that, you know, things you're in a video call or you're watching a video or whatever, it will send all of the audio to your hearing aids. So that's under the hearing devices. There's further settings in the audio section here. You can see, let's see, I have my AirPods connected, so you'll kind of see this setting here. But there's different things you can do around sort of hearing. Let's say you have, you know, your left ear is more hard of hearing than your right. You can make a change to where it will send the audio to a specific side if you find that useful as well. So different things that you can do around that sort of called balance of audio. And then you can change your different volume as well, right? So inside of a Mac OS, there's lots of notifications and different sounds and pop-ups and things like that. The system settings, you can change that here to make them louder or quieter as well. So there's also this option to minimize background noise. Works pretty well. And you can choose to send certain background noises. So like here, for example, it's doing a rain, but you could change it to different sort of like white noises, things like that. And you can turn that on. So I just, let me just change this to, for example, like a white noise. And I can hear it in my headset, but this is basically just creating an ambient background noise through whatever output you would like. So kind of a unique setting. I'm not sure if anyone would actually use it, but good for like if you wanted to create, they call it out here, like a focus environment or even like a restful calm environment. Yeah, go ahead, Debbie.
Is it almost reverse? Is there a way to kind of mute sound? Like, for example, now I'm on Zoom, but let's say there was like my dishwasher going on. Is there any way to mute background sounds so that the other people wouldn't be able to hear? You know, kind of like how you can blur your
yeah,
almost like a reverse.
yeah, there is a setting. It depends on the app itself. You can in like Zoom, for example. Let me pull up my Zoom settings here.
Shoot.
So yeah, this is a Zoom setting that you would see, and they have this option to zoom background noise to different sort of levels. So it's actually pretty good, and you can change it if you want it to be, you know, more noise reduction. You change to high or low for shorter or for quieter noises.
Oh, we
so-
don't see a Zoom pop up right now.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I wonder.
I'm
that's-
sorry, I got out by accident. Is that, this is Betty.
Hi, Betty.
uh,
What was your question?
Oh, I just thought maybe I caused some problem because I got out by accident and I came back in.
Oh, no, we're talking about connecting listening devices and filtering out background noise
I
right
just-
now.
Afraid I might have caused some trouble.
Nope, not at all. And Deborah, also I know
Nice.
for AirPods specifically, this isn't all devices, but when you connect them to your phone, there's an option, like if you drag down from the top and you click on like the AirPod settings, you can, okay, yeah, we can see that now, Harrison.
That's weird.
Yeah, I don't know what that was. But you can do voice isolation on your phone, and then those settings should carry over when you connect them to a laptop, but I don't know about other devices.
Yeah,
Apple
it
wants
should.
you to buy all
It
their
should do
products.
for other devices as well. Should, depending on what what AirPods you have.
Mhm.
I don't know why this setting can't see it, but to answer your question, there is depends on the application itself, but like for example, Zoom does have a setting inside of the app where you can change the background noise suppression level. So I have mine set to high, so you're in like a louder environment and you want it to block out, like say you're in a coffee shop or something,
Perfect.
you can change it to high and it will reduce those
So that
noises,
would
and
be
it
in the
works.
Zoom settings and then you'd go and then find it that way. Okay, perfect. Thank you.
Yeah, I don't know why it's not showing on here, but yeah, if you just go into Zoom settings, there's a subsection for audio, and then kind of like right towards the top, there's a section for background noise removal, and you can change it there. Through here. There's also an option. Some people use this primarily more on their iPhone, but it also can be applied to a laptop. Is the flash when a message or when a notification happens. So a lot of times, I've helped a couple of Next Village members set it up. Their phone rings or they get a text, and the flashlight on their phone will flash, just as like a visual assistance for an incoming message. But you can also do the same on your computer as well. Obviously, there's no like dedicated camera flash, but it will flash the screen itself. It will just kind of flicker as a way to notify an incoming notification. So just an option for there as well. Any questions around hearing or audio sections? Sweet. Last sort of section around around hearing is captions. So you could do this inside of your Mac settings, but also some applications, for example, Zoom. They do have a feature that you can enable that will show live sort of closed captioning based off of the voices. You can do this inside of your Mac OS as well, just across your applications. This is where you're turning it on and you can kind of choose the different text and how it will appear on the screen. So by default, it's kind of this subtle, transparent, light background text, but you can change that. Let's go large text. And then if we go here we go, captions. You turn on live captions like that, and then it will display on screen as well. And you can see this box will appear here, and it might not be sharing exactly. We don't know why it's not showing on Zoom, but it was working before. I don't know if it's the Zoom screen share is screwing with it, but basically you'll see a window that pops up like this, when audio is being outputted, and then it will translate and
Gotcha.
display on screen. I'm gonna go ahead and switch that off. You could also do this inside of, like, if you just wanted it for Zoom, for example, there is the option to turn on closed captioning as well, just for like a Zoom meeting. And all of these things work very well, and they're pretty reliable. The translation is quite good now. So just another option for closed captioning. Any questions around that? Does anyone use this at all currently?
No, it's good to know.
Yeah. Do people know how to use closed captions on Zoom?
No,
Well,
No.
that's something we can. Well, let's get through this presentation. Maybe at the end we can talk about that as well, because that's also a very handy tool.
Yeah, we can actually, let me see if it might do that same thing. It might not show the settings. Where is, yeah, it's not gonna you can't see my Zoom settings, can you?
No, we can't.
Weird. Yeah, there is the option, like Camille mentioned, to inside of Zoom display the text as well, for the speakers. So again, works quite well. Very reliable. The other one, there's a couple other ones I wanted to highlight, but specifically kind of Siri is kind of a good tool in general. On this laptop, this is a work computer. I don't have Siri enabled, but basically you can just set it. So you press a key on your keyboard that you define, and then Siri will pop up and you can interact with her. It's the exact same as you would on like an iPhone, for example. So a way that you can send messages, compose messages, complete tasks, things like that. So works the exact same, like I said, on your iPad or iPad or iPhone. Is also available on your Mac as well.
For that, if you enable it, I know on my phone, I have to say, "Hey Siri," like, and then give it a command. Is it different based on what operating system you are in, or is "Hey Siri" just a generic way of getting Siri's attention?
Yeah, so you can change it. You can make a couple different changes. So you can modify it so it's like a certain key that you press on your keyboard. That when you press that, it will, like, you'll see it pop up. It'll be enabled. Or you can also do the listen for command here as well. So you could say, "Hey Siri," and then it would pop up like that. So 2 different ways that you can do it: keyboard or through a command.
Thank you.
Sure. Yeah, there's sort of 2 different ways to get to Siri settings. So you can do it on the left side. There's a dedicated like Siri setting, but she'll also show up as part of the accessibility settings as well. So that is Siri. Also have the ability to do voice control. Again, going to be kind of a hard thing to display on like a screen share on the Zoom. But like it mentions here, it allows you to use your voice to interact with your computer. So let's say that you wanted to enable that. I think it's disabled on my computer. Like I said, it's a work machine. But basically, this will allow you to interact with your operating system at a more granular level than Siri. So if you wanted to open up certain applications or click on certain parts of a screen, this is where you would use voice control. Siri is more for general task completions. So like, if you wanted to compose and send a text message, it would do that all for you. Or with voice control, you could have more granular control over, like I said, opening or closing windows or things like that. So I'm not super confident or knowledgeable in these voice control settings. I played around with them a little bit before, and it did work pretty well. So just another sort of option for interacting with your computer. And they had this handy tutorial here as well that'll kind of show you how you can interact. This is a built-in help guide, and you can see like the basics and how you can use it to interact with different parts of the operating system. So they kind of let you click through, and it gives you a demo and a tutorial on how to use that. So the other option is around keyboard input. So you'll see here, they have this concept of sticky keys. So let's say that there's certain things like if you wanted to paste something, the shortcut is Command V. But if you want to not have to press and hold those keys all together, you can just press them one time and they remain sort of sticky, right? So let's say you had like a command that requires you to press and hold a couple of different keys at the same time. Sometimes that can be difficult. So you can instead change it so you can just tap on them once and then kind of tap out the sequence that you'd like. And then it will also do the same command. So there's that option. And then the other one is this slow keys. And as it says here, this is the time between when a key is actually pressed and then when it is actually activated, right? So let's say you wanted to click a key, but you didn't want it to appear right away. This is good if you are typing something and maybe hitting two keys at the same time, or kind of making an error as you're typing. You can add this slow key to change, so you don't have to maybe backspace as much or fix your text. So just another option for that, slow keys and sticky keys. So, and then here you can change your keyboard settings to how you kind of navigate, right? So I have the default on where you can use things like the space key or how you move your arrow keys. You can also change this to where it can be customized for different helpful settings as well. I have it, like I said, set to default, but if you want to change like the action that a certain key does, you can change it there as well. And then we also have this accessibility keyboard as well. So this is a sort of on-screen keyboard that you can use to click and enter text as well. So let's say we wanted to go up to this text here and we didn't want to actually use a physical keyboard. You can do, you change that here, and you can use this as well. And you'll see the input, and you can just click around, backspace, full functionality here. So, and it'll just kind of always stay on screen as well. And you can close it if you want or minimize it, but it will sort of stay on board or on screen like that. And full sort of capabilities. If you wanted to change your volume, if you wanted to change your brightness, do that through here. So, and you could further change this as well. You could change the appearance of it, the opacity, things like that. So another fully customizable feature there. Any questions around keyboard settings?
People had any particular issues with maybe keyboard usage in the past that they want to, we can throw out a problem and see if we have a solution. Do some workshopping. Okay, I guess not.
Well, is there an actual place on the menu where you could select and turn on do not disturb? I always try swiping down on my phone, but it's hard to get it. I wish it was just on the menu and you could just turn it on.
Yes, so there's a couple of different ways that you could do it. The easiest way is, let me see. Can you see my top toolbar here?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh,
So
yeah.
if you click this sort of, looks like some switches here. If you click on that, you'll have the option it'll have this do not disturb here. I currently
Okay,
have it
where-
on.
Where is this on? What are you on? Your iPad, your Mac? What are you on?
This is my Mac.
Thank you for viewing this Next Village video recording. We hope you enjoyed it. Please help us spread the word and tell friends and neighbors about Next Village events and services for seniors and adults with disabilities in San Francisco. Visit our website to learn more about our vibrant, growing network, as well as to view our calendar of upcoming Zoom and in-person events and activities in San Francisco. Our website is nextvillagesf.org. Contact us to join our email list to learn about events and resources for seniors in San Francisco. And subscribe to the Next Village YouTube channel by clicking the button below.